I feel like nuance is dead. There is no such thing as having a middle opinion, because if you're a fence sitter on anything, then you're advocating for both sides and you're horrible and you stink. And I don't know that. I hate that, because on a very vast amount of topics, I like to see both sides. Even on the things that people think are just completely one-sided, because one side is pure evil, they think to themselves, well, guess what? My opinion is better, and I want you to be an echo chamber for my beliefs, because if you're not an echo chamber for my beliefs, then you're bad. And I hate that. You should be allowed to have a differing opinion and still be okay with the person. Well, if that opinion violates my right, I think it doesn't matter what the different opinion is. Let's take, for instance, somebody back in the day, let's say a famous YouTuber that perhaps said a little naughty word back in the day, like the R slur or the N word, something like that, right? And then we have them nowadays and they've learned from their mistakes, and then they keep bringing it up back in the future to keep saying, well, he said this back in the past. Well, now he's grown as an adult. He was 14 when he said that, and he thought it was gonna be cool, and he thought he could say it because it was edgy and nice and back in the day. Nope, he's a bad person because he did one thing. He donated $3 million to charity. Well, now he's a millionaire. I hate him because he's a millionaire. There has to be a level of nuance, of je ne sais quoi, a level of accepting the fact that people used to make mistakes, and now maybe they're better, or maybe even not even making a mistake, just having a differing opinion. One of my friends is 100% gonna vote for Trump. Without a doubt, he's voting for Trump. That's just happening. I can't stop him, anything like that. And he said, the reason I'm voting for Trump is because he's entertaining. And I said, that's a good reason. And when I could vote back in the day, I voted for Trump because I thought he was entertaining. And people hate me for that. They were like, oh, why are you voting for him? He's misogynistic. He's evil. He lies. Yeah, but he's funny. And I value being funny over a lot of things in this existence. That you shouldn't be allowed to vote. Nope. I'm an idiot. And Trump is for idiots. And I'm an idiot. So, not gonna lie to you here. I'm okay with it. I was also working and my tax bracket dictated that I had to be Republican because my tax bracket was significantly higher. Anyways, outside of that thing that I did back in the day, am I gonna vote for Trump now? Probably not. But I don't really want to vote at all in this election. I really don't care to. Well, not voting is evil. Well, I don't know much about politics. As a matter of fact, I don't keep up with my local politics. I don't keep up with any of that because every time I try to do that, it makes me sad. Every single instance makes me sad. The reason I bring up the Nuance Is Dead thing in particular is because people have been asking me recently, what are my opinions on things? I still don't hate Mr. Beast. Yes, I know about the illegal lotteries. Yes, I know about what he did to the employees. But there are so many success stories about Mr. Beast and things of that variety, so I really can't hate somebody because of a few bad instances. That just sounds like a regular person to me. Sounds like a regular person making mistakes. You ever have a parent? My wife just told me that parents make mistakes too. My parents made a bunch of mistakes, didn't know how to raise me. I'm new to this content stuff. I'm gonna make a bunch of mistakes too. Mr. Beast was probably new to content stuff. He made a bunch of mistakes. He's new to being a CEO of a big company. He makes a bunch of mistakes. He's not trained for that. He's like a 26-year-old kid, essentially. I'm 27. I'm older than Mr. Beast. He's young. He's insanely young. He's an insanely young person. He grew up in edgy YouTube. He grew up with Newgrounds. He grew up with that nonsense. So he's learning and trying to muggle through with things like that. That's what he's trying to do. You can't judge somebody wholly by their horrific actions. You have to take their good and bad, or what you consider good and what you consider bad, and put them together to make a whole person. You can't just say, oh, well, he doesn't like this, so, and I like this, so he's a bad person because of that. People keep asking me, how do I feel about the Israel-Palestinian thing? I'm not going to give my opinion on that because I don't have enough information. But it's genocide. It is. I don't know what's going on, though. I have no clue. I don't want to learn about it because every time I look up something, it makes me sad. I don't want to know about what's going on. I just want to be with my little cat and vibe and chill and learn about the things I want to talk about. I just want to talk about what I want to talk about. Because every time I bring up something nuanced, everybody says, well, this is objectively bad. Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine. I watched the movie. I loved it. It was funny. Well, it's misogynistic, weird humor, and they used a slur in there. Okay. The movie was great. Yeah, but but the movie was fantastic. I loved it. I loved everything about the movie. I loved every single instance inside the movie. Every single piece of it was fantastic. What's wrong with the movie? Well, the movie was bad because Deadpool, it's Marvel slop. It's woke nonsense. It really wasn't woke nonsense. And I love Deadpool as a character. I like the fact that Ryan Reynolds, I like his depiction of Deadpool, and the fact that Wolverine is in there makes me excited because I'm waiting for Hugh Jackman to come back into the MCU, and I'm happy this is official run inside the MCU, and it's making me excited. I enjoy that. It's okay. Yeah, but you can't like that movie. I do like the movie. I enjoy it. I went to go see the new Borderlands. That movie was horrible. One of my friends really liked the new Borderlands. He said, this movie is getting too much hate. And I said, really? You like it? He said, yeah. Cool. I'm happy you enjoy. What do you enjoy about it? And he explained what he enjoyed about it. And I said, those are good points. I didn't add a counterpoint to his point. I didn't say anything bad about it. He is having fun. He's having a good time, and it's not harming anybody. He's having a great time. And there is nuance in everything. Some people are hyper-religious, and that dictates that they don't believe in abortion because they feel like that is the taking of a life, and that's okay. That's fine. They're a man that feels like they have control of the autonomy of a woman. That is perfectly fine. You also got to be okay with consequences too, though. You got to be okay with the consequences of your opinion, because other people are going to disagree. Other people are going to be angry at you. But you should be allowed to have those and should be allowed to have civil and regular discussion about your different takes and opinions. If you can't do that as a person, if you can't do that, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Why are we doing this, huh? Why are we even allowed to have differing opinions from each other and still be cool and vibe with each other? Are we allowed to do that? I was dating somebody that for good reason, for very good reason, they felt like that I was not allowed to say the N-word. They just felt that way. They said, I just feel like you shouldn't say it around me because, realistically speaking, it's going to get in my mind. This is before anybody I'm dating currently. This has happened like when I was 17. And I said, okay. And I stopped saying it. I just stopped. Then I realized I can say whatever I want to because I'm a real person and a human. And I just, dude, you got to control your own thoughts. I cannot police myself when it comes to how I feel when I'm in my own comfort of my house. I can do things to make things easier for someone, but I can't police myself. I will not be an echo chamber for your beliefs. I'm not going to be that. If you are here to hear your same opinion regurgitated to you over and over again, because I have a big following, very slightly big following, over 5,000 people, let's say that, because I have a big following, by all means, find someone else, please. I'm also not always going to give my opinions on a subject because I don't care to. I don't want to. You guys want me to agree that Oreo is bad. Or you guys want me to not eat at McDonald's because they're funding Zionists or whatever. You guys want me to hate Jack Black because he did one thing where he didn't want to ruin his career. You guys don't want me to like Robert Downey Jr. being Dr. Doom. I don't get it. Why do you want an echo chamber? Why do you not want to be challenged in your lifetime? Why do you not want to have conversation? Why? Where is the nuance in your life? Where is the tiny points where you can actually say to yourself, I never thought about that perspective. I'll think about that. I never thought about that perspective. I'll be back to think about that. You know what? I like your point, but I don't agree, but you do have good points. There's nuance in everything because the world is not black or white, despite what America wants you to think with the whiteness and blackness and the issues that go on with those two groups. The world isn't black and white. The world is gray. When a hurricane strikes a small village and you say, gee willikers, that messed up that village. Well, guess what? The hurricane didn't know that village was there. It was being a hurricane. It was doing what nature does. The world reflects what is on it. The world reflects what is on it. We are beauty. We are the universe. We are creation. We are, in essence, beyond what you think we are. And when you try to limit that by making objective good and objective bad, you destroy conversation. You avoid nuance. You destroy it. You don't have a space for it. And that's horrible to have. When you don't have a space for your opinions or your thoughts or your differing takes, you don't have that. You ruin your life. You ruin a big part of who you are. And I need you guys to challenge yourself. Speak to somebody who hates you and figure out why. Because when you go into something, don't seek to hate. Seek to understand where they're coming from. And if you can't understand where they're coming from, that is okay. That is okay. It is fine to not understand where they're coming from because you yourself can't understand it. But I will always go into conversation and discussion seeking to understand. One time, I'll explain a little story right quick while we're here. One time, I decided to hang out with somebody that was of Germany's darkest history, but the Neo in front. So you know what I'm talking about. I decided to hang out with one of them. They had told me adamantly how they felt like they were superior in every way, how they were perfect and they were God's children, and that everything they do is of the righteous vow or something of that variety. And I said, that sounds insane. Tell me more. And they thought I was going to argue with them or yell with them, or they were just looking for an argument. And I just gave them peace, patience, and understanding. You know what happened? They saw a flaw in their logic because I was willing to listen to them. Even if they did call me one of the good ones, I still listened and tried to understand. That's all I want. That's nuance. To be able to understand somebody who so adamantly and deeply doesn't want you around. To be able to understand somebody who is angry and still try to understand them. That is what it takes to be a person. That is how you become centered. That is how you become an individual. That is how you grow as a human. We want to grow, right? Is that not fair? I know I want to grow. I grow sad every time I learn about stuff. And I don't want to learn about things that make me sad. You guys don't want my opinions on things. You guys want me to tell funny, cool stories and sometimes make you laugh. And I'm here to trauma dump. So that's what I'm going to do. Just trauma dump and tell stories. Sometimes I'll give my opinions and you guys might hate it, and that's okay. I'll have horrible takes. I'll have bad takes. I have great takes sometimes. But please don't hate me for having a different opinion than you. Have an understanding of nuance, please.